Hello again. My name once more is Diana Prince, or as you may now know me as Wonder Woman. Now, I already know that I was one of the judges on the committee that allowed you to join the Justice League, simply because I was the final yes to you being allowed in. And because of this fact, I decided to take it upon myself to see you through your process of becoming a superhero. Now, in order to further your progress, the first thing we're gonna have to do is simply give you the look that a superhero must have. Much like any white-collared business job, when you enlist into working with us, you must keep up certain appearances in order to promote the look of a normal superhero. And that is why I'm here. I'm going to be styling your hair, and I'm going to be doing your makeup as well. So, I think what we're going to do first is simply style your hair. I think you have lovely hair, so I'm not going to be cutting it. I'm simply going to be styling a little bit. My only problem is, how should I style your hair? Give me one moment. I simply want to examine your face. Let me simply... Okay. And then, here, let me just remove your hair out of your face. Okay. My wise opinion, I do believe that simply pushing back your hair should suffice with your superhero look. And when I say wise opinion, I do mean wise. I was personally trained by the Greek gods and goddesses, so when I say we should push your hair back and that's it, you know that we're simply going to be pushing your hair back, and that should suffice for your superhero look. Now, to begin, I'm going to simply spray your hair down with a bit of water to make it a little more malleable, in a sense. So, brace yourself. There's just water in a bottle, so it's perfectly alright. And now, I'm going to be brushing your hair with this wooden brush. Now, simply keep still. So get the ends of your hair. And just let me part your hair down the middle. My hair, I sometimes fashion my hair either the way it is right now or in a ponytail, but usually I only put it into a ponytail when I'm with my fellow Amazonians, or when I'm busy being a human, going to work and whatnot. But typically I usually wear it down when I'm in this costume. So no, I decided to simply relax when it came to today. I thought that it would be best simply to wear a sweater, and that is all. I took off my silver bracelets as well, because my silver bracelets, though most people have the misconception that they, prevent bullets and help me in a sense, they actually don't. Even if you shoot me and I don't deflect it, it won't hurt me. It's just a form of protecting the people that I'm fighting against, because those bracelets limit the amount of power I can use against others, and so it's more of a selfless protection against others, but they do drain a bit of my energy due to the fact that they are limiting me. So I decided to take those off as well, but there's no need to worry. We're not gonna be fighting. We're on the same team. Simply. There we go. And then yep, I can beat Superman in strength. Everyone can beat Batman. Like, Batman only has money. And sure, he has some martial arts training and whatnot, but for the most part, Batman has his superpowers because he can afford superpowers. Don't tell him I said that, though. He's kind of my ex, so if he ends up hearing that I'm bad talking him or bad mouthing him behind his back, I think that might put another chink in his psyche, basically, and he most certainly doesn't need any more psychological scars. That poor guy. The only reason he became Batman was because his parents died, which in and of itself is a tragedy, and he's traumatized by bats. So the guy has some serious issues that he really needs to solve, hence why he's my ex. But he's fine, he's a nice guy. He's just cuckoo in the head. But keep still, I'm still working on your hair. There has been some rumors that Clark and I, or rather Superman, but his name is Clark, and Batman's name is Bruce, have been dating. A lot of people have been like begging us to date, but those are just rumors. I mean, imagine if Clark and I dated and we got married and we ended up having children. Imagine the strength those children would have. They would have the strength of Superman and I, basically. Like, it would be quite an amalgamation of genes. So anyways, let me just get better at brushing the ends of your hair. Okay, and then this side. Okay. Alright, I think your hair is pretty much set. Let me simply curl the ends of your hair now. Yes, I was raised by the Grecian gods and goddesses. Aphrodite gave me most of her blessing. Ares taught me how to fight. Who else? Zeus gave me a lot of power, but he gave us all a lot of power. But I think mostly the patron goddess of my island was Aphrodite. She definitely believed in female empowerment, and I was a symbol of what a woman should be during the 40s for the suffragettes. Or suffragists. There's a difference. Because they said that I represented independence and strength, and they used me as their symbol. So it's flattering. It's flattering. I don't mind fame. I'd rather not have it, but I don't mind it. My pursuit in life is justice. Now, let me simply, there you go, let me simply spray you down once more, and then I'll repeat the curling process. And then over here. Okay. Yep, your hair is very bouncy. Now, this actually managed to cut Superman. That's how sharp this is, so be careful with my tiara. And my tiara I usually don't like taking off, because as the Amazonian princess, I enjoy being able to say that I am the Amazonian princess, not for the title, but because I enjoy the responsibility that comes with it. I find that any position that can afford me the possibility of serving justice is something to be proud of. In fact, considering how I've lived in this country of America, the United States of America rather, because there's the entire continent of North and South America are considered America. But in this country of the United States, since I've been here for a good 70 years now, I believe, since the 40s, 1942, I decided that because I've been here for so long that I would run for president. I tried running twice. Unfortunately, I did not succeed either time, but maybe I can run in the future and I'll be voted in. You know how it is with immortality. You get multiple tries at running for president. Now that your hair is situated, I'm going to be, I think tomorrow we'll find a costume that'll best suit your needs. But for right now, I'll simply do your makeup so that we can have a good reference over how your look is going to be. Now, I think for you, you should wear red lipstick like me, and you should put on just a little bit of eyeliner like me as well. A little goes a long way. But I think for you, I'm gonna add as a mask. Ooh, that's a great, yes. As a mask, I'm simply going to be putting a bunch of colored powders all over your face, and that'll be your mask basically. It'll cover the entirety of the surface of your face, and yeah, that'll be an excellent idea. Much like the color amalgamation a child would make during elementary school, or his or her time during elementary school. Now, they're all going to be bold colors. Don't resist. You already heard that I'm not wearing my silver bracelet, so don't resist. I'm simply going to be choosing the most bold colors to simply brush all over your face. Now, which one should I? Okay. I'm simply going to be... Okay. So, I'll start over all over your face, and then once we get to these parts of your eyes, I'll put on... No, I'll finish those out as well, but your lips are going to be red, so that way you can distinguish where your facial features are. Now, I'm going to be using this very bold blue, so I'm simply going to be brushing that in. Which other men I've dated? I dated Steve Trevor. He was a great love of mine. He was a US soldier during World War II. His airplane, the way we met was that his airplane ended up crashing upon my island, and we ended up nursing him to health. Now, I myself had never seen a man in person, simply because I was born and raised on an island composed solely of women, and I myself never had a father. I was made out of clay by my mother, well, it was a gift to her by the Grecian gods and goddesses, but once more, I didn't have a father, so when I ended up seeing him, I thought him peculiar, but he inspired me to get involved with World War II against the Nazis, because obviously the Nazis were bad guys, and I serve justice, so I got involved because of him. He was a bit of a jealous type, so I didn't really last long with him. I lasted a long time with him, but other men took presents. Who else? Let me simply get a new color. I also dated a man named Nemesis, another one named Trevor Barnes, another one that's Aquaman. We're both, Grecian royalty. I believe that he descended from Poseidon, and I myself descended from all the Grecian gods and goddesses, including Poseidon, most likely. So it was a match waiting to happen. It's much like those tales of Hercules and the Little Mermaid. They both descended from the same lineage, basically, because Hercules was the son of Zeus, and Ariel was the daughter of Triton, who was the son of Poseidon. So technically they're cousins once removed. So that's interesting. But here, I'm going to be using this maroon, I assume you could call it. Yes, this reminds me of the makeup process one actor had to endure in order to portray a villain that we typically do fight, or rather the Batman, my ex, usually fights the Joker, Heath Ledger. He ended up just completely playing around with his makeup when it came to his portrayal of the Joker, and he did a fantastic job with the makeup, with the acting, with his little idiosyncrasies, which I mean could constitute as acting. Heath Ledger was fantastic. But, oh yes, the Joker is real. Where do you think all of those ideas come from? I myself, plus the Justice League, though we do prefer privacy, our work and our legend amongst criminals isn't going to be maintained a secret, except by the government, of course. So they end up spreading those rumors. Hollywood ends up picking up on those rumors, and then they end up portraying films to the best of their ability, but only the government truly knows every detail about us, simply because we work hand in hand with them at times. But who else have I dated? I dated Batman and Superman, as I already stated, so I did have both of them, which kind of lets slip the fact that I'm dating Clark at the moment, but right now he's not married to Lois Lane, so it's not like I'm stepping on any toes. But let me simply clean off my brush, just so I can start a new color. Let me see. I'm gonna go with this brown now. I'm gonna be using this deep brown now, just to cover your forehead. Okay. Well, I already told you that the reason I'm not wearing my bracelets at the moment is because they're exhausting. But a fun fact about my bracelets is that my bracelets were actually a gift for me by Zeus, who had made those bracelets out of the shield of his, a steel shield of his. So, those bracelets were a gift by Zeus. It's not necessarily to limit me involuntarily. I choose to wear them, and they chose to make it for me based on my decision, but I just decide not to wear it sometimes. It's not like I'm any threat to anyone, even though I am a threat to everyone if I ever went off the deep end. But my sole goal in life is justice, so it's not like I'm ever going to go back on my word. There we go. Now I'm gonna simply brush this off, and I'm going to be using this blue again on this side of your face. My arch nemesis, Circe, definitely Circe. She's the daughter, rather, of Hecate, who is the Grecian goddess of necromancy, witchcraft, I forgot what else, but she's the Grecian goddess of many concepts that have to do with witchcraft and death, basically. Oh, and also her symbol is the crossroads. I definitely know that. But she's basically her daughter, so she has the same ability of witchcraft and things of that nature. And she's definitely my nemesis. She has flaming purple hair, and she's quite the character, to say the least. Her strength is rooted within her ability to perform magic, but she does have her own strength as well. So it's not necessarily that she's only capable of magic, though that is her strong suit. Now, I'm going to be using this gray on your face. Any people that I'd like to date within the Justice League? No. I mean, I already told you that I'm kind of in a relationship with Superman. But we're probably not going to get married or anything like that. He's had a long history of being in a relationship with a woman named Lois Lane. She's mortal, but at the moment they're kind of on off, just like I'm off with Bruce. I said Bruce. So we decided to give it a try because everyone's always asked for us to get together, so we decided, why not? We're the two most powerful beings in the universe, so it will be an interesting combination. There we go. Let me see. What new color should I use now? I think I'm going to use this light blue. And simply there we go. I like helping them out a lot. I feel like, I overpowered Supergirl, so that means, and Supergirl has overpowered Superman. So, my position within the Council of Justice League members, though I typically seem like I'm taking third place to Batman and Superman, in all honesty, I'm probably the biggest player within the team, because Superman is strong and he's basically invincible, but he's not stronger than me. And Batman, unfortunately, is probably the weakest character, or not character, the weakest physique and ability within the team, because he is mortal. Like, he's mortal with money and skill, but he's mortal. He's a billionaire with mortality, basically. He afforded, as I already stated, his super status. The very interesting thing about Batman, though, are his class of villains, though. Because there's often a saying that says, that you measure a superhero by the characters of his supervillains. And my character is strongly matched by Circe, but I feel like she's the one most interesting villainess that I have to fight, but usually I have to fight Nazis and the evil powers that are trying to attack the United States, which I'm proud to defend. Superman has his number of supervillains as well, but I don't think either my supervillains nor Superman's supervillains match either the number or the insanity that Batman has to go up against at basically 24/7. Just the Joker himself is quite a character, not to mention Scarecrow, I believe the Riddler, I know that I'm going to butcher some of the names of these supervillains. Harley Quinn is one of them as well. Poison Ivy, Catwoman, who also has numerous affairs with Batman as well. But it's always when we're on an off period. He's never cheated. At least I don't think. Who knows? And yeah, so that Penguin guy, I know it's Oswald Cobblepot's, Osgood Cobblepot's, Oswald Cobblepot's. You could tell that I love Batman and his number of villains, but I'm not well versed when naming them. But yeah, he's had quite, and they're all very interesting characters with deeply rooted psychological disturbances, because frankly, when it comes to my fights, they're usually about good versus evil, the prevalence of justice. Same thing with Superman, good versus evil, prevalence of justice. But Batman's characters are merely, pretty much all of them have either parental issues or they're deeply disturbed. Hence why when I defeat my supervillains, they go to some sort of facility that is either jail or resembles jail. Same thing with Superman. But with Batman, all of them get sent to an asylum, a mental asylum, to get institutionalized. And even the asylum itself has its care. You know, it's the people who maintain the facility themselves are insane and sadistic themselves. So Batman truly has his work cut out for him, not to mention the fact that he himself is also psychologically disturbed. So it's a bit ironic, but questionably speaking, he is fighting for justice, considering how he is on the Justice League committee. But he doesn't really have a sense of humor, unfortunately. Once more, it's just the way he is. But one more color and I think I should be done with your face for right now. Then I'll work on your eyeliner. Do this so that I can get a better reach at the top part of your lip, like this. Okay, thank you. I think out of all of them though, my favorite has always been my relationship with Batman. Because, as you can tell, because I keep lingering about him. But yeah, I like Batman the most. His relationship means a lot to me, but I'm with Superman at the moment. He's a great guy as well. But we both know that we're most likely going to be going back to our respective partners of Lois Lane and Batman, or Steve Trevor sometimes, but Steve is mortal and he has a lot of jealousy issues. I mean, he's even used government equipment to keep an eye on me. I'm going to be doing your eyeliner, so keep still. But anyways, as I was saying, he often keeps an eye on me when he thinks I'm cheating on him. So he used government equipment thinking that I was getting involved with other men, obviously, which I'm not, because as I already stated, I am a promoter of justice. So there we go. Let me simply fix my tiara, because my tiara needs to be better suited for my royal face. There we go. I guess, I don't know, I don't care. I will only serve justice, not beauty. Anyways. I'm gonna put on some lipstick on you now. And then I'll put on the finishing touches of powder for your face. So where is the lipstick? Okay. Found it. So, pucker up for me, please. Thank you. And now, oh, there we go. My hair is not doing me any justice, but oh well. Now simply, there we go. And then pucker up your top lip, please. Thank you. Put on a lot of red lipstick. You were noticing this guy, weren't you? That is Steve Trevor at the moment. Or that was the last time I saw him. Yep, him and his blonde hair. Now we're going to simply finish up your face with more powder. So, I'm going to choose for your eye sockets this mint green. And close your eyes for me, please. Thank you. I know it's terrible to simply put eyeshadow above, or rather powder above eyeliner, but this is simply the trial makeup look. It's not going to be your defining makeup look. So as long as we get a rough image of what we want for you, it should be okay. Okay. Put my hair towards the back. Okay. Now, for the other side, I'm going to be using this sunflower yellow color. And once more, close your eyes for me, please. Thank you. Okay. And just a nice little coverage, for some nice little coverage on your nose. I think a nice shade of purple will do for your nose. And then for the tip of your nose, I'll put on a splash of pink. So, keep still. Here, let me just use the bigger brush for this one. There we go. So simply. I believe this makeup is doing you some justice. There we go. And now, for some pink at the tip of your nose. Where did the pink go? Ah, here it is. My hair is not doing me any justice. And neither is my tiara. Oh well. Okay. How old am I? Well, I'm as old as justice. But I believe that the world knew me by 1942. So I'll just let others believe that my age is relevant to my acknowledgement within the world. You heard that Zeus was my father? That is a new rumor going around. There's actually been a lot of different rumors going around about the origins and the biographies, basically, of a lot of superheroes and supervillains that are in stark contrast to how we really are. But in order to not confuse the populace, we typically go along with those rumors simply because it's unimportant to our end goal and mission. And I believe the supervillains also go along with the rumors because they just don't feel like it's worth their time to correct, because they also have their own goals and missions that we're trying to hinder to accomplish as well. So, with that being said, you are at the moment fabulous. You are perfectly suitable for the superhero title of being a Justice League of America representative, even though it's no longer Justice League of America, it's Justice League, just like so many other changes in the world, including the Cartoon Network logo, which hurt my feelings. But no matter. It's as long as they don't hinder justice, I'm okay. But you're all set. Are there any questions that you might have before you retire to your quarters and see us tomorrow? No? Okay, excellent. If you end up getting questions from now until tomorrow, feel free to ask us tomorrow. We're going to be here training you. Just consider this as a job position and us as your managers who help you get trained for your position. You're not going to be alone when it comes to serving justice in the world. So now, just remember that if you have questions from now until tomorrow that need to be answered quickly, don't be afraid to ask either Superman or Batman or myself or even Brainiac or who else, Green Lantern, for help. If you don't, then have a lovely day until tomorrow and can't wait to see you then. Okay? Bye-bye now.